Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany Curry and I'm so happy that you're here. This morning was really rough, so I went on a super long bike ride, which is this. Just sat down to take a quick little break because I just biked like 6.4 miles and I am parched. I just got back from my bike ride and I freshened up a little bit and had a little snack. I just knew I needed to get outside, go on a long ride, so I biked almost 15 miles to a local lake and then all the way back, and I feel so good. This week I want to talk about tire pressure. So let's jump into why I'm talking about tire pressure of all the topics I could have chosen. 1, environmental impact, duh. So people either don't know that tire pressure has an impact on the earth, or they underestimate the impact that it does have. Keeping our tires inflated properly is not only related to how much CO2 is in the air, it's also related to people's financial interests as far as how much money they're spending on gas and car repairs. So 2 reasons, the earth and saving yourself some money. First things first, under the Obama administration there was an initiative to increase fuel economy, and that came down to what kind of tires we were using and if they were properly inflated. Okay, so in these archives it says that if 10 million people kept their tires properly inflated, we would save $500 million annually, and get this, 1.6 million metric tons of CO2. Holy crap. Okay, so if we break that down to each individual person, the website explains that that comes down to $80 a year per person and 560 tons of CO2. That's how much an average person puts out that does not keep their tires inflated. So if you think that you're not having an impact by not checking your tires, you are, and it's not a good one. But if you were to change your habits and start checking your tires and keep them inflated the entire year, it would be equivalent to driving 600 emission-free miles. And not only is keeping your tires inflated going to benefit the environment, your tires are going to last longer, you're not going to have to buy as much gas, you're less likely to get in a tire-related crash, as in your tire blows out when you're going 65 miles an hour and you crash. And properly inflated tires absorb shock better, so if you are to get in a crash, it's going to keep you safer. So now I'm going to quickly explain how you would check your air pressure in your tire if you don't already know. You're going to need 2 things. You're going to need an air compressor, something to that puts air into your tires, and you're going to need a gauge. I just have a little manual one. You can use a digital one too. Most ideal tire pressures are in between 30 to 35 psi, so just do a quick search on what your specific car needs. Bridgestone Tires recommends measuring your psi when your car is cold, which means that you haven't driven in the last 3 hours or you've only driven a mile or less. And all you do is use your gauge to check your current psi, and then you use the air compressor to fill up until you are full. And if you fill up too much, that's okay, because you just let out any excess air and you're good to go. Okay, and the last thing is, how often should you check your tire pressure? And personally, I check mine every 2 weeks because I live in Minnesota and the weather changes a lot, which affects your PSI. When it gets super cold or super hot, it's either going to decrease or increase. So I check it that often, but Bridgestone Tires recommends that you check it once every month, which is so easy to do, and that's it. So now that you know how your tire pressure affects the climate, you can do something about it, which is simply just checking your air pressure more often and keeping your tires properly inflated. So if there's anything you have control over, it's those 560 pounds of carbon that you put out that are unnecessary. And if you didn't know, now you know. I know it wasn't the most exciting topic, but a lot of people don't know how tire pressure affects climate change, and now you do. So you can either spread the word or implement this lifestyle change, and it's super easy and you will make an impact by doing this regularly. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week, and make sure you go outside. Peace.